The Secret of the Fearsome Dragon, Princess Lea's Discovery. Once upon a time, in a land of enchantment and wonder, there existed a faraway kingdom called Serendia. It was a realm where laughter filled the air, and joyous songs echoed through the valleys. At the heart of this magical kingdom resided a wise and benevolent ruler, King Alexander, and his beloved queen, Isabella. Their love for each other was only rivaled by their boundless love for their little daughter, Princess Lea. Leia was a charming and adventurous young princess with a heart as pure as a crystal spring. Her eyes sparkled like stars, and her smile could brighten even the darkest corners of the realm. The people adored her, and she cherished every moment she spent with her loyal subjects. But as every tale requires, there emerged a shadow upon this paradise. A fierce and sinister dragon named Draconos, with scales as dark as midnight and eyes that glowed like smoldering embers, descended upon Serendia. With a menacing roar that sent tremors through the land, the malevolent dragon chose to make its lair in a cave atop the highest mountain. Unbeknownst to the kingdom, the very lifeblood of Serendia, the river, flowed from the mouth of the dragon's cave. Cunning and malevolent, Draconos devised a plan to cause suffering and misery to the innocent inhabitants below. With a powerful sweep of its claws, the dragon blocked the river's flow, causing the once mighty stream to dry up. As the weeks passed, the kingdom faced a terrible drought. Crops withered, and the parched earth cried out for water. The people's wells, once brimming with life-giving liquid, now stood empty, and thirst and hunger became their constant companions. Even the lush forests that surrounded the kingdom seemed to lose their emerald hue, and the once merry songs of the birds turned into somber melodies of desperation. The royal family was not spared from the hardships that befell their subjects. King Alexander, Queen Isabella, and Princess Lea decided to share the burden of their people and ventured into the forest in search of sustenance. They too found themselves gathering mushrooms and berries, their royal garments traded for simpler attire as they humbly foraged for food. One day, as Princess Lea wandered deeper into the forest, she followed a trail of delicious-looking blueberries, not realizing how far she had strayed from her family. The little princess skipped along, her heart as light as a butterfly's wings, until she found herself standing before the very cave that housed the dreadful dragon. Fear tugged at Lea's heart, but curiosity held her feet in place. She cautiously peered into the darkness of the cave, half expecting the fierce creature to pounce on her. But to her surprise, the cave was empty, devoid of the menacing dragon. Instead, her eyes fell upon a small dragon hatchling curled up in a corner. The hatchling was unlike any dragon Leia had ever seen. It was not menacing or frightening. Instead, it was a picture of loneliness and sorrow. Large, teary eyes met Lea's gaze, and despite her trepidation, a sense of compassion washed over her. Approaching the hatchling with gentle steps, Lea extended her hand, offering friendship to the creature. The hatchling looked up, and for a moment their eyes locked. In that instant, something magical happened. A bond formed between the pure-hearted princess and the lonely dragon. As the days passed, Princess Lea and the hatchling, whom she lovingly named Spark, became inseparable. They frolicked through meadows, explored the secret groves, and shared stories under the moonlit sky. The loneliness that once consumed Spark was replaced by joy, and the once fearsome dragon became gentle and caring in the presence of the princess. One evening, as Princess Lea and Spark played at the edge of the riverbed, they noticed a distant rumble echoing through the mountains. The ground trembled beneath their feet, and they knew the dragon Draconos had returned to its lair. Fear gripped their hearts, but they knew they had to confront the formidable creature. Bravely they stood before the dragon, Spark shielding Lea with his mighty wings. Draconos roared and flames danced on its breath, but as its gaze fell upon the hatchling, something unexpected happened. The malevolence in Draconos' eyes softened, replaced by a glimmer of recognition and affection. He saw the happiness in his little one's eyes, and his heart was moved by the friendship they had formed. Lea's genuine affection for the hatchling touched a long-forgotten part of the dragon's soul. Princess Lea seized this opportune moment to speak with the great dragon, asking him to release the river so that the kingdom could thrive once again. To the surprise of both Lea and Spark, Draconos agreed, vowing to undo the harm he had caused. With a powerful sweep of his wings and a roar that shook the heavens, Draconos unleashed the river's flow. The once dry riverbed filled with cascading water, and life returned to the kingdom of Serendia. The crops flourished, the wells brimmed with fresh water, and the people's joy knew no bounds. The kingdom celebrated the newfound peace, and they came to see that not all dragons were evil. Spark's transformation from loneliness to happiness inspired hope in the hearts of the people, and the little hatchling became a symbol of unity between humans and dragons. As the years passed, Princess Lea and Spark continued their incredible friendship. They grew wiser together, spreading the message of compassion and understanding throughout the kingdom and neighboring lands. Princess Lea's kindness had tamed the heart of a dragon, and her story resonated with people from all walks of life. And so, the legend of Princess Lea and Spark lived on, passed down through generations as a timeless tale of friendship and love. Serendia prospered under the wise rule of King Alexander and Queen Isabella, but it was the pure-hearted Princess Lea and her extraordinary bond with the dragon Spark that would forever remain etched in the hearts of the people. Their story reminded all who heard it that even in the face of darkness, the light of friendship could shine brightly, bringing happiness and prosperity to all. And they all lived happily ever after. As the stars twinkle above, we bid you good night, hoping that our enchanting bedtime stories have filled your dreams with wonder and sparked your imagination to soar. Sleep tight, little ones, until we meet again for another magical adventure.